Album Review, the podcast where four totally unqualified guys review a different album every week in the hope of broadening our knowledge of music. However, we are easily swayed off topic and have no real idea what we are talking about. Today's album is the Icarus account, The Fight.
Woo!
Oh god, that sounded terrible.
That was very rapey.
Yeah.
What, me?
No, me.
Yeah, you.
How could you know?
No, everything's about you, Denver.
It was about
It didn't sound that rapey to me. Then again, I have muted you, so I don't know what you said.
You just can't hear me at all.
hang on, guys. This whole time I haven't had my volume on.
Guys, I don't think I put my PC in.
Guys, I'm deaf. Guys, I don't have a PC.
It's funny because Joe didn't plug his computer in.
I was like, guys,
the PC broke.
it's not working, it's broken. Joe, is it plugged in? Good, thank you.
It wasn't you actually got fucking annoyed at me because I said it so many times.
Also, let's just remember that Joe somehow was running a wireless adapter without any aerial on it.
Yeah, that was pretty
God knows how
smart,
long.
yeah.
The Icarus account.
Now, I want to talk about you a bit more, Joe.
Go. What do you want? What about me do you want to talk about?
Your C3 teeth.
I don't know. I want to talk about Denver and how I thought he died earlier.
Why did you think he died?
Right, literally just before we came on to record this, Aidan, do you know I said I'm just going to go get a hot drink or whatever?
Was he having a nap?
I was like, I'm going to go ask Denver if he wants a drink as well. I went in his room. He wasn't in there. I was like, oh, maybe he's in the kitchen. He wasn't in the kitchen. It's in the bathroom. Door's locked. I'm like, Denver, your drink. It's like, no response. I was like, Denver? And then I had to get louder and louder, and I was like knocking on the door. I was like, oh my god. Is he like passed out in there? 'Cause I know he's in there because the door's locked. It's like the outdoor lock is like those circle things that you can like undo with like a flat screwdriver in it or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
And I was like shouting at his name, and I was like, oh my god, what? Like, has he passed out in there? Like, genuinely, how the fuck can he not hear me? And I had like 5 minutes of contemplating, what the fuck do I do here? I don't want to just walk in. If he's like, I didn't know what to do. And in the end, I got a fucking nail clippers, like not the scissor ones, the normal nail clippers. And literally used the flat bit to open the door slightly and slowly opened the door. And Denver just went, ah! I very nearly saw him like naked. I didn't. And all it was is he's got noise cancelling headphones on in the toilet. So I thought he just fucking died and would passed out. And I was like having a fucking heart attack. Oh my god, it was the most stressful thing ever.
That's such a Denver thing to do.
Oh my
that's
god.
so amazing.
I genuinely thought you had died.
So what was crazy about this is I had my headphones on. The reason was I was looking for what I'm going to pick as the next album. So I was like, I need the low. While on the low, I'll listen to music and figure out what I want to listen to. So I wouldn't normally take my headphones if Will was in the house. I'd normally just play it out loud. But because I didn't want Will to hear it, I put my headphones on. And as I'm just like sat on the loo, I can feel the floor shake. Which obviously must have been Will banging on the door.
You're like, these are fucking powerful headphones, holy shit.
Well, no, sometimes you get vibrations from either the people above or the people downstairs, so I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
But as I was like sitting there, I was like, I just thought if Will ever tried to like speak to me here, I won't be able to hear him. But I was like, that won't be happening. And anyway, I just looked to my right and the door starts open. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Little did he know, I thought he had died. I was like, I've been talking to him for a good 20 minutes here as well. Like, he could have died in those 20 minutes. I would
20 minutes is enough time for someone to die.
Everything in my mind, I'm like, do I even try to unlock it? I don't know if that's breaching privacy. But then if he's dead, then it's not breaching privacy. So it's like... I've just left him there.
He has no privacy anymore.
Like, if I've just left him there, thinking, "Oh, I'd be fine," and he did die, it'd be a bit. Oh god, just everything went through my head. I had like a mini heart attack. But
yeah, I wouldn't normally wear them while Will's in the house, you see, but basically for that kind of reason.
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
It was so weird because I knew you was in there, but there was just no response at all. Complete silence. You weren't even making like any noise at all. So I was like, "Oh my god!"
You couldn't
like,
even hear a plop.
There's no rustling. There's no anything. I was like, "Oh my god!"
No plopping.
No plopping.
Just
I put the muzzle on.
anyway, I needed to do that because
No, that's brilliant. Thank you for
only just calmed
enlightening me
down.
with that.
Really.
Yeah. I mean, that's scary. I'd find that scary.
It was scary.
I would have done the same thing. I would have.
And like, if it was somebody that I cared about, like not Denver, that would have been like a really scary situation. If Denver did it, I'd just be like, oh, just another one of his pranks. He's probably OD.
This is what I thought, right? I thought, I'm going to open the door and he's going to be sat on the toilet just smiling because he thinks it's funny. And I was like, if he's done this, I'm actually going to kill him. Because I was like, it's such a Denver thing to do.
It's something that he would do.
It is. It genuinely is.
He just sits there and he watches all these like stupid YouTube videos and he's just like, I hid in my bathroom for 3 days without my housemate knowing.
Generally thought I was like, if he's done this, I'm actually going to fucking kill him. I was panicking.
I waited for my housemate to think I was dead.
I played dead.
It is something I would do.
Such a cunt move. Like, fuck.
Oh, brilliant.
He didn't though, so you know.
He will do it now though, because they'll find it funny.
No, I'm just going to leave him in there to die if it happens again.
No, I like that, Will. Thank you, because now, like, that's a perfect clip for one of those videos. That's like a 3-minute.
It is.
Sure, that's nice. That's good.
No problem.
Thanks for that. We're getting a bit meta saying that out loud, but that's true.
It's alright, Denver can...
It's alright, well this bit will just be in the you'll just see the credits now with that without
Yeah, you
links.
won't, you won't hear any of this. I can say anything here and no one would hear it.
So the Icarus account.
Okay, boys. When I say bang, you say av. Bang.
Av.
Bang.
Disagree.
It's just a bang av album.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah,
Why,
I mean,
what,
it's
why
fine.
are you saying, oh my god, show?
It's fine.
Sorry, carry on.
It's got cute, like, nice melodies and harmonies.
You know what?
got-
Cute is the word I would use.
Definitely. But there's no real hooks.
Disagree with that.
And that pretty much sums up the album. None of the songs were bad, but none of them will be going on my 2021 playlist. And that's literally it. That's all I've written for the recap, because I was just like, I can't find anything to say about this album. It's just fine. It's fine. The worst song for me was Never Stop Loving You, because it never really just picks up.
Yeah.
You know, like a terrible housemate or the worst taxi driver in existence.
Never picks up. That's good. That's a good jokes.
Denver, you've been out there for 7 hours. Why ain't you picked up a customer? I can't. The worst song, Never Stop Loving You, is playing. And it doesn't pick up. I feel like Never Stop Loving You had a couple of opportunities where it could have picked up, and it like went the other way. So I was just like, no from me.
I feel like that for most of the songs on this, like
Definitely,
because nothing was ever bad really, but nothing ever reached another level. Like,
oh no,
maybe
definitely.
minus a couple songs, but like,
And I'd argue
had
that the start of the
potential,
album's strong,
and then it just
but then
winds
like
down.
after about the 3rd or 4th song, it just drops off, and it's just like it's all noise.
Man, I had a
agree more.
completely different experience.
Wow, you're so controversial, Joe.
Did you listen to the right album, Joe? We've had this before.
I bloody hope so.
What's it called? What's the album called, Joe?
The Fight.
Right, yeah, you're just wrong then.
No,
I really wanted Joe to say "Love is the answer."
that would have been
That would have
funny.
been, that would have been.
That
a
would have been
comedy.
hilarious.
That would have been a whole comedy right there.
Let's see what we'll get. No, I
Start selling them
thought, I
tickets.
thought the second half of the album was better.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I
no,
could
you're
not
wrong.
Disagree.
Did you
with
listen
more.
to it on shuffle?
That being said, my third favourite song was like one of the last ones, which is "Lady" for me, because I think it switches up the formula for the better.
I
Like a
think
nice,
that's one of the,
slower. Shut up! It's a nice, slower, emotional piano piece.
I think that's one of the weaker songs of the album. I thought
Fucking
it was
shut
kind
up!
of boring.
Jesus! Like, normally I'm okay with a bit of interaction, but anything I've said is... Third favourite is "Lady." I don't think so! I don't know!
like he's been heckled.
You're not even waiting for me to
It's a
stop.
comedy show.
You're
He's been
just
heckled.
fucking...
I don't know.
It's like a comedy guy, like stand up every time.
Anything
Joe's
Aiden says.
heckling. Joe's heckling me.
No.
Anything Aiden says is like,
No,
Joe's
I
heckling me
disagree
again.
with that. No, I'm just really surprised because I thought this wasn't going to be controversial, and it is.
It's a classic joke.
classic
This
joke.
isn't controversial, it's controversial. And then when he thinks it's controversial, it's not controversial at all.
I think everything you've said is wrong so far.
I don't care what you think.
I'm
That's for
interested-
your review.
what you give as your top 3 then, Joe? Because fuck me.
Yeah, because then the top 2 were like solidified as just they are better songs. They're on another level. So the second favourite for me was actually Margarita's.
Margarita.
Because it's wrong song, wrong song, yeah. Yeah, very upbeat, while still keeping the minimal feel that the rest of the album has. So that's nice. Also, Will showed me the music video. Fucking dude's built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah.
Like, he is,
Margarita's music video.
Yeah,
is
it's
really
great. It
he
is.
is awesome. Like, I'm in awe of that lad. Like,
Yeah.
he's amazing.
They do seem just like lovely guys.
They're just a couple guys, you know. Maybe they kiss, you know. It's
just a couple of bros.
They are actually
Probably.
brothers. So
Probably shared a tub together before, you know.
guys being dudes, you know.
guys being dudes.
I think they also switch up who sings the lead in
Yeah, they do.
most of the songs.
Yeah. I think the higher
Mark-
pitched guy is like the brother. Like
Well,
I mean, they're both brothers.
yeah, that's the point. I can't be wrong. Go on.
I was going to say, sorry, Margaritas was the bigger guy that sang that, and then Little Man was the smaller guy.
The little guy.
Well, it's a good thing. It's weird that you bring up Little Man because that was an honourable mention. No, it was my favourite. Of course it was. Little Man was...
Little Man was your favourite.
It was a wholesome song, but does anybody else find it weird that he's fucking a baby?
Stop fucking a baby!
I know that's not what the song's about. But...
Jesus Christ!
What's the little thing about that is every time I see that, I think, it's about me. Obviously, I'm a little man.
Oh,
The
that's
music
kind of
video
adorable.
came out on my birthday.
No
Really?
way. Little Man.
Yeah.
It's all about you, Denver.
So that was literally my notes on that was songs about me released on my birthday.
It's
Oh.
perfect. Perfection.
You've tainted
And that's
the
why
song
it's your
now.
favourite.
That's why it's my
That
favorite.
would be a Denver reason, to be fair.
Well, if there's one thing that Denver likes, it's himself.
Never a
Love
truer
it.
statement.
But yeah, that's literally it. So overall, I think it flew too far from the sun.
Ah. Didn't get that joke, to be honest, but...
No, it's an Icarus reference. You
is
twat.
it? Yeah, but flew far from the sun? Why?
Because if you flew too close to the sun, you get burnt up. But I'd say it wasn't hot enough.
Sometimes the interest rate is just
Okay.
too high.
Stonks.
Is this because
Accounting.
Icarus is a thing? What is Icarus?
Icarus. So basically, there was this inventor guy and his son was called Icarus, and he's the one that actually designed the labyrinth for King Patronus.
For David Bowie.
Shut up.
Oh.
So basically, he invented the labyrinth, but the king was like, "Well, we can't actually have anybody to know what the labyrinth looks like." So he locked him and his son up in a tower, but for some reason gave him all the supplies to keep inventing stuff.
Right.
So he invented like a wingsuit pre-Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
He invented a wingsuit and basically said, "My son Icarus, come with me. We're going to glide, but we can't go too close to the water because we'll crash. But you can't fly too high because the heat from the sun will melt the glue on the wings." And so they started flying, and Icarus is like, "Yeah, I'm pretty fucking good at this." And so he flew up, and then obviously he died.
Yeah.
So Icarus flew too close to the sun.
Right.
But as I say, I think they flew too far from the sun.
See, I would not have
Because
got that.
it's
I'm
not-
not big brain enough.
So they weren't fire.
No, and it just wasn't fire enough, you know? Wasn't hot
Right.
enough.
I like it.
I don't think I got the name of the king right, but the rest of that's relatively accurate.
That was very clever antidote there, Aiden.
Denver.
Thank you.
Sorry. So, I've made it kind of a thing now where I spit out some facts, but there's not really many facts I can give you this time. Because
Facts with Will.
they're not really... they weren't on Wikipedia, And so I had to literally look for like little interviews and things to find anything out, and there was basically fuck all. All I can say is that they are twins. They're not just brothers; they are twins, and they are based in California. Oh wait, Florida.
I mean, they say that in the song, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Margarita.
Other thing I found out was
California.
they don't produce many albums because they prioritize their family over their
I thought you were about to say kissing.
Too busy
The two brothers.
they prioritize kissing.
We can't make another album yet. That'll be a problem.
We can't be singing if our lips are together.
Because if you realise,
so true.
oh, that's so awful.
So true. That's why me and my sister don't make music.
I love that number. That was amazing.
Because if you realise, like the first two albums are right next to it, like just a year apart, but then everything after that is like 3 years, 4 years.
I'm just
4
too
years.
busy making love to my wife.
My brother.
No, that's just for kissing.
Yeah, they basically just said that they.
You'll just be my little man.
I'm actually disgusted. Sweet old Alabama.
Oh, God, he's his little man.
That's what that song's actually
You're
about.
actually ruining the song for
He
me.
just looks down. He's like, "Hello, little man."
But yeah, that's it. They just choose to. They want to spend more time with their family over their career. They're not too fussed, but they travel. They do a lot of shows. I think it said they do about 54 shows a year. So they're actually mainly just travel around rather than make albums. And for their sets, they do some of their own stuff, but they actually cover loads of other people's songs in their sets as well.
I bet that's probably quite interesting, actually.
Yeah, I bet they do it well. The sex, that is, not the
I
song.
reckon
the brother
I
love.
bet they fuck each other real good.
I think they'd be a good wedding band, right?
You can contact them actually on their website. So
You just hello.
Oh shit! We should have our own festival full of these people. Like
Like
get them.
rival
Rival
summers.
Summers.
Yeah.
That's it, and it's just me in the crowd.
That's no, and then Tyrone Wells.
oh no, not him.
Yeah, I wonder what he's doing. Oh, he's dead.
I'm trying to think of what other like small. Oh, we'll get fucking Will's favorite artist. Oh, what's he called?
Tyrone Wells?
Troy Baker. Yeah, we'll get him in.
Oh, yeah, Troy Baker. I think he's a bit
But to-
dizzy, though,
but to
like
sing.
ruining Last of Us again. Yeah, that's right. Shots fired.
I don't think we've had any other like smaller artists.
Had a few.
Looking through.
We've had a
mean, you
smaller
say-
artists
hold
that
up,
have now got a lot bigger
You-
since.
Yeah,
Well, you've got Post Malone on as a follower, so just hit him up. He'll join.
I mean, you
Oh,
say
yeah.
smaller eyes. Tyrone Wells has nearly 500,000 monthly listeners, which is like nearly as much as like fucking Don Broco.
I was gonna say I think that's more than Don Broco.
They're great.
Even these, right on YouTube, some of their music had less than like 500 views,
yeah.
What?
and yet they have
The Icarus are
150,000. Yeah, and yet they had 150,000 monthly listeners.
Oh shit!
You go to like the last couple of songs on the album, and you look at how many plays they've had. Like the Fever acoustic songs only had 5,000 plays.
Yeah,
Like,
Interesting.
so it's probably people just listening to the same favorite songs of theirs over and over.
I imagine they're on a lot of them playlists that are like chill playlists that I can pull my foreskin to.
Playlist that I can wank my brother off to.
Stop!
Have I
Incest
ever told you?
playlist.
Oh my god, they could be like that meme. You know the meme that I was telling you about, where like this guy's talking to a woman. You know that one, and so he's like, oh, she's like, oh, what are you doing? He goes, oh, you know, I'm just like, wow, what was it? I'm playing with my dick. And she goes, oh, like, that's really weird. And he's, oh, no, nothing weird like that. I've just got a little brother called Richard. She goes, oh, really? He goes, yeah, I was wanking him off.
Yeah, so it's like, oh no, it's not so bad. Oh no, it is bad.
The old switcheroo. My kind of comedy, you know?
Terrible.
So
So
with a bit of brother love.
on their website, they have little descriptions about each of the guys. Do you want to know what?
All two of them.
Do you
Go
wanna-
on, yeah, go on.
So Ty is the big boy,
Hench.
big hench boy. Aiden,
The beard man.
He doesn't
beard
look like
man.
me.
He does look like you. Ty has two.
A big man with a beard does not equal Aiden.
Like, I would love
does,
to look
though.
like him. Like, he is a fucking unit.
He is a beast. Ty has 2 cats and a loving wife who is a who is a hairstylist, which is ironic because Ty has neither shaved nor had a haircut since 2014. He's obsessed with.
You can tell.
He is obsessed with writing music and often can't get any other work done because he's constantly coming up with new song ideas. Outside of music, he enjoys going to the beach, riding his moped, craft breweries, and watching football and UFC. Can you imagine him on a fucking moped?
Bloody,
It's like twice the size of one.
bloody contradicts his whole family thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It's like, I love writing music, but family.
I mean, there's
It's
nothing
like-
to say that he
that
doesn't
when
fit
you're with
the
your
entire family.
We
on the
don't
moped.
make many albums because we're too busy with family. But every minute of the day, I'm writing songs. Like it
because
contradicts.
obviously,
No,
all the time is spent watching Vin Diesel movies.
Family.
All the murders, family.
I think what it means is he
Physics should
can't
there be in
like.
this movie? There's many hairs on my head.
How many what should be in this movie?
How many? It's like how many physics? It doesn't
What
even make
percentage of
sense.
physics?
Oh, fucking hell! I actually saw like someone posted an image. It was like Fast and Furious 1, and it was like the final scene where they do a drag
the
race.
cars,
And then
yeah.
it said like Fast and Furious 9, and it was just like the
Star
fucking
Wars.
space rocket thing like going towards it.
And then just family.
And then it was like Fast and Furious 20, and it was just a picture of Star Wars.
Yeah, it was. I can't wait for
Yeah.
that though, when they take Fast and Furious really to space.
When you realise it's actually been planned by George Lucas the whole time that Fast and Furious is the prequels to Star Wars.
So picture this: they're living on a space station, and then oh no, something's gone wrong. The life support's turned off. Dom, what's going on? It's my cousin, Jason Momoa.
He's
like
life support.
and he's like floating on the outside of the ship.
And then
I'll
just
get
sticks his
you,
finger up
Dominic.
it. You don't know me, but I'm your cousin.
Next scene
So
is just
what are you gonna do
next
about
scene is just a
family
Dodge
now?
Charger just fucking driving out of a space station. It's got like duct tape on all the windows and stuff, so it doesn't like there's no air.
But you
can
know
get
that
out.
like that front air intake is still like moving
No,
as if it's doing
duct
something.
tape. There's duct tape all over it. It's just wrapped up. Dominic, you can't fly into the sun. I have to for family.
It's like, but you've got no protection. Family is my protection. Just got Paul Walker's corpse.
Fuck's sake! Right, too far.
This is a passenger scene. He's like, thanks for coming along with this ride, Paul.
I mean, Brian.
It's just like an iPad of like a GIF of his face, like
An iPad?
just an iPad strapped to somebody else's face with like a GIF of like him just like smiling.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it? It's like that film, that Fast and Furious film with him in, is like one of the most like CGI'd films of all time.
Just purely because they keep having to put Brian back in it.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a lot of the scenes, didn't they? But like, you know,
No, only like 10% of the scenes he's in is actually his face.
really.
Yeah, it was well
I
early
kind of
on.
assumed that it was like 50%.
No, it was
Ah.
no, it was 75% of it was him in it.
No, I'm pretty sure most of it is him not in it.
No, because the bit where it changes is where it's like the helicopter scene, and like you can tell it's.
No, because right early on it's not him with the kid.
Yeah, but that's probably just like some pre-roll shit that they had to do afterwards, kind of thing. I'm not like they didn't.
What?
The way that it works is they don't film it directly in order. Kind
No.
of thing.
I know. Fast. Is it 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe might have been.
How
6.
much of Paul Walker's performance is it? with VFX?
0%. Well,
He's dead.
Vin Diesel say Furious 7 is the best moment in cinematic history.
Vin Diesel puts on a wig and he's like, "I am Brian."
I don't like that we joke about these things.
I do.
He was a good guy.
You never met him. He could have been a cunt.
He did good things.
We all do good things. It's just that
It's
one
own
bad thing that
charities.
sets you apart. Yeah, Will, but you could own all the charities you want in your life, but you step on one child and that's it. Everyone knows you as Big Boots Child Stepper.
Did you find out, Denver? Okay, I'm going to carry on. Do you want to know
just-
about Trey, the smaller guy?
Wait, one's called Ty and the other one's called Trey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trey is a husband and a father of 2. He loves sappy songs and is a bit nerdy when it comes to recording gear. Outside of music, he enjoys watching the Tampa Bay Bucks, CrossFit, making homemade barbecue, craft beer, fine whiskey, and travelling, mostly in the search of good food. This is literally on their website. You can tell they're just quite
They're just
wholesome.
a couple of guys.
Right,
know?
and they've got 2 pictures, right? On Ty's one, the bigger guy, it's got a picture of him like with in the margarita video, like flexing.
Yeah.
And the caption is, in his picture, Ty is proposing to his wife. She said yes, obviously. And then for the Trey one, it's got him like playing a piano but facing away. And it says, in this picture, you cannot see Trey's face, so it is one of the better pictures of Trey you will find.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Jesus.
brutal.
I mean, you know just from that context alone that Ty's the one that made the website.
Literally. It's you know, it's wholesome. There's just wholesome moments.
Yeah, it does seem wholesome.
Right. In terms of the album, this to me was very simple, wholesome, but with not a lot to it. Much like you, Aiden, not got really anything too much to say. I thought there was 2 songs I really liked, but then everything else was just a bit flat. If anything, I feel like the album severely lacks depth. Like I was saying earlier, in that nothing is bad, but it just never reaches another level, really. It just lacked that so much, because it just made all those other songs just so incredibly meh. It lacked hooks. I say, other than the 2 songs that I did actually genuinely really like, I think everything else was just meh. I wanted to like it more than I did, because they genuinely seem just like really nice guys, but...
And also Tsunami is a great song.
And Tsunami is a fantastic song, but I just found this album severely underwhelming. Worst for me was Lady. Sorry, Aiden.
Whoa.
Because I found it really hard to pick like a worse song, because I thought a lot of them were on par. But I think because it was probably like the ending song, it was just like a bit of a disappointing end. I was just like, oh, I'm kind of done. Because like you said, the first 3 or 4 songs, probably 3 songs, were like the peak of the album, really, and then everything past that just never was just so much worse, really. It never reached that level. So yeah, Lady was worse for me. Third for me was When You Feel Lonely. This was third for me purely because of the cool Chinese guitar backing, which Aiden looked for, and it's called a shamisen. Is that how you would say it, Aiden? Shamisen?
Just pouring a drink.
It's a shamisen. It's like a Chinese guitar, and I love the sound of it. Although literally the song itself, incredibly average and nothing really to it, but I just really liked the sound of that, so it was a reason to put it in third. Literally, that's it. Because again, other than the top 2, I didn't really rate anything that highly. Second for me was Margaritas. Arguably the catchiest song on the album, the most feel-good and most approachable song. I feel like it could actually be, if they were probably more well-known, it could have and was pushed out there. I feel like it would have actually been done quite well.
That could have been a chart song.
Literally,
a lot of the other
yeah.
ones couldn't, but I feel like that one could be like a chart song.
Margaritas. I feel like, yeah, it generally just...
Was that your second favourite?
Yeah.
Definitely the most like charty song on there. You know?
Literally, it's the most...
It was the most popular song by a mile, isn't it?
Yeah, literally like the most approachable. Just really catchy, and that's actually genuinely stuck in my head, and I really like that song. It's really nice, and the music video is really cute.
Cute.
I'm trying to say cute and funny at the same time, and it just came out as cute for some reason.
So surely it'd be Connie.
Yeah, cunny. I don't know.
I like that word, actually. I'm going to write that down.
But first for me was Little Man. Genuinely fucking love the song. Turns out...
What? It was forgettable. I don't
It's
get
not.
this.
Right, Joe, you've already said that the second half of the album is better, and it's just so much worse. I don't understand you, so you shut up. This song turns out is actually written about what's his name? Trey, which is the smaller one's son, and they speak about the being a father while touring and stuff. And I just thought it was really nice, most meaningful. That is actually genuinely really good, weirdly emotional, and I think it symbolises what this band actually is. Really, just like wholesome, nice guys making music about.
Fucking the brother.
Just like
just
nice.
just railing the shit out of each other.
I was going to finish it on a wholesome note then, and you just fucked it.
Just fucking each other's ass, you know?
But
just two bros.
That's literally all I really have to say about it. I didn't not. How do I say this?
Horse mode in game.
It was just underwhelming, but I did really like my 1 and 2, but everything else was just. I literally probably couldn't even sing them to you because I feel like they're just really forgettable and meh and no hooks, which is sad because I think they're nice. They seem like nice people. So, but I bet some of their other albums are probably better. I don't know.
Well, you say that, but like every time, so I had this album on in the background quite a lot, and every time it ran over the album and like onto their other stuff, I preferred their other stuff. That came up. Anything that came up, I was like, oh, and I'm not saying it's better, but it caught my attention. Like, the whole album would kind of go through, and I'd be like, oh, okay. And then it would roll over, and I go, oh, what's this? Oh, it's the Icarus account, but just not this album.
Well, it's like on their top 5 songs or top 10 songs or whatever. I listened to some of them, and obviously Tsunami, Aiden, and it's like, they are already much better, personally. Except for Marguerite. Marguerite is a great song and the thing. But I don't know. Maybe I would like to probably listen to their other stuff just to see.
I'd like to go back to them at some point.
Because generally, I think they've got really nice voices. They harmonise well. It's just maybe, and the production wasn't particularly fantastic either.
Really, I thought the production was great considering.
I don't know, like Tsunami.
What could they have done better? What could have sounded better production-wise?
I think it's just because of the lack of depth. Like, there wasn't too much to it. Like, if you had more layers and stuff, it could have sounded better. Like, the one of their obviously, right, so Tsunami, which is one of their older songs, literally sounds way more crisp, and the way they harmonise on it just sounds great. And, like, the production on it sounds great. But whereas, like, on this, I feel like they never really did much of that. So maybe it's just a layering thing that made the production feel lacking.
Possibly, yeah.
That's what
most of the time it was just guitar and singing, and maybe a shaker, you know.
And then the shimshen, which sounded cool.
Shimshen. Is that what it's actually called?
We don't know if that's how you say it, but I've got Aiden to find out.
Just looked it up. It's just like a 3-string guitar that you play with a weird fan.
I like the idea that Aiden's just give you a random word. And it's nothing to do with it.
I probably just said, like, fuck children in
This is
Chinese.
called the Schmeckeldorf, Will. That's their name.
Schmeckel.
No, it was called... I wouldn't... Well, I probably would, but I didn't.
Probably should have, to be fair, but,
That would have been funny.
It would have been funny. But, yeah, that's my whole thing on the album.
Well, I really, 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 really enjoyed this album. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get into it, and I feel like you have to kind of zone in on it to enjoy it. But I really liked it. I thought it was great. Yeah, I mean, the points that I would probably bring up is just the fact that he has. They both have they have generic voices. Like
one-dimensional.
They're nothing special. They're nothing
Say
special.
that.
They're pretty special.
They're nothing special. They're like,
I think their voices are really good. It's just not used.
I know. I'm not saying me saying their voices are generic is not me saying their voices.
I think
bad.
their voices are good.
It's me saying I think that there are thousands of other vocalists that sound exactly like them.
I disagree.
I see what you're trying to do, Aiden.
No, you don't.
Fuck off.
Yeah, but they are good. Like, I wouldn't.
They're great.
They're like.
They're great.
I feel like the harmonies
great.
that they tend to do in a lot of the songs probably set them apart from a lot of the other artists.
Okay.
But they didn't do much of that in the album.
He's just like, okay.
I actually have 2 honourable mentions, and that's Daisy and Year One were my 2 honourable mentions. I really liked those. Just didn't make it to my top 3. That's all.
Don't even remember.
I liked how simple the songs were. The big issue with them is
That makes sense.
very, very, very similar to what Aiden said at the beginning. A lot of them just didn't go anywhere. You know, it would like tease a build, and then a build would never happen. You know, on quite a few of them. But I thought I actually thought that most of them were really hooky, and I loved the choruses. On most of them. My least favourite was blah, 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 When You Feel Lonely, because I felt like it was probably like the most boring. Didn't really go anywhere. Was quite the same all the way through.
But Shamisen.
What's
you on about, Shamisen?
Right.
I've
Wait.
been doing a lot of Paul Walker research, so...
Go to 57 seconds on When You Feel Lonely, and there's like that guitar, that Chinese like guitar.
It is cool.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Isn't it cool?
It's very reverby as well. I'm not saying it's a bad song. It's just for me, they're just the most boring.
It is complete. It is average. It is average song,
Yeah.
but just that noise alone was so pleasing.
That
to
was
the ear. I
the
was
best of the average songs, in my opinion.
Like, I'd agree with that because literally I put it as my third. So
Oh.
My
It's not my third. Like, maybe it should have been.
all right, fair enough.
What the fuck was
Sorry, I don't know why we were laughing.
Thing is, though, my third favourite is a favourite for like a similar reason, though.
Right.
Okay.
Does it have a shamisen?
No.
No, there's not enough Shamisen. Oh, just bring the Shamisen in every song.
It's just like the other guy from Spider-Man. What's his name? James Jonah Jameson. Needs more Shamisen!
I was going to say that to everything now, but it just lacks Shamisen.
Get me more shamisen.
The song was good, but it did lack a bit of shamisen. Also, while I'm at it,
I feel like that's what
I'm
you
the
should
building
say.
inspector here, and the house is all up to regulations, but your son did tell me that the floor is lava. And I don't need to tell you, but that is a serious health violation.
Oh, God, I love that.
Would it been COVID? I can't go in there and look myself.
I'm just going to trust that it's not.
I'm going to trust that it's probably lava.
So for that reason, I'm going to have to condemn the building.
Condemned it. Oh,
And then on the report, it just says floor is lava. Oh shit, that's a serious offence.
See, I can't believe it, because like that, you know what that building went on to be? Grenfell Towers.
Oh, my God.
And the floor really was lava.
Stop.
And the ceiling.
And the bodies. Oh,
And
wait,
the
no.
walls.
Body.
Sorry, that's really
Oh,
bad.
God.
The
In a
bodies.
flat though, if the floor is lava, does that also mean your ceiling is lava?
Somebody's ceiling is lava at that point, yes.
Unless it's just the ground floor.
Oh. The lobby.
My third favourite was Margaritas.
Margarita, bam, 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 bam,
It's been on everyone's
Bam,
so far. It's a great feel-good song. Made me feel nice inside.
Controversial.
Very cute. My second favourite was Dance With Me. Don't know how.
tonight.
I
Just
don't remember it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how it's like so underlooked for you guys, but it's a fucking great song. The chord progression, the chorus, everything's brilliant.
never really goes anywhere.
Yeah, it does. That's one that actually builds. But that's okay. My first favourite, though, and these were very close, by the way. My first favourite and my second favourite were very close together. Like, at one
You know
point, it
what
was the
I've
other way
realised?
around. Yeah, go on.
Every time I say my first favourite, there's no such thing as first favourite, is there? It's just your favourite.
Very true.
It
Big,
just
big brain.
helps as a numerical thing.
I usually say and first for me.
The reason I guess the reason it's my first favourite is because I have 3 favourites.
But first, but isn't Margaritas your first favourite? Because you said that one first.
No, because it's my third.
But you're saying
So you'd be like, so my first of my favourites is Margaritas.
Yeah, but they're not all on the same level of favourites, though. So it's my third favourite because it's my third.
But at that
most
point,
liked.
Denver's technically right, and that your first favourite would just be your favourite. I get what he's saying.
Right, you've been saying it like this for what?
Years.
136 picks now. And it sounded wrong to me every time. And only now is it clicked of, that's why it sounds a bit weird when you say it.
Do you guys not say that?
Oh, yeah, I say it.
Yeah, I say it, to be fair, but it's just...
I'd probably also say it. I've only realised it now.
Yeah.
Are you going to change your ways?
From now on, I'm actually going to do them backwards. And say my favourite first, and second favourite, third favourite.
Yes, that is another cunty thing that you would do. Call back to the bathroom.
Call back. Do you remember when we used to give our ratings midway through? Good times.
Yeah, I do.
Did we do that?
Yeah.
Don't bring that back.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't remember doing that.
I rated it a 2.
Yeah, we did that at the start, where we used to give our ratings as soon as we finished our review.
Oh, really?
No, we did, yeah.
I think that was pre-recording, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was definitely pre-recording. It was pretty early on we changed that.
I don't even
My
remember doing that. It's
favourite.
that long ago. So.
My favourite is Fever. Better than the Death Havana Fever.
What?
Most
No,
catchy
definitely
chorus.
not.
I'll tell you what this song is. This song is just a vibe. It's just a big vibe, and I love it.
I think metal means that you don't understand.
I was going to say, Fever wasn't even close to being...
I don't get it. It was clear for me. Right from the start.
How is Little Man not even in you?
It's a good song, but I looked past it. Like
I can't believe it.
It's just not one that stuck out.
I can't believe
it's
you, but...
We've been agreeing recently, Joe, but not this week.
Not this week. It's ruined. But yeah, that's it. I really like this album, and
Joe's like, no, please, I can change. And you're like, there's nothing you can do. We disagree.
You know what I kind of wish I made a playlist of now?
Joe Midwood?
No.
No.
I wish we made a playlist of top 3 songs that we all put in our top 3. That would have been quite a good playlist, wouldn't it?
Potentially. It would be a very short playlist, because I don't think we do it that often.
No. It's not necessarily like we all agree on a favourite.
I know. I just mean, with it, like, based on that alone, I still feel like that wouldn't be that many songs. I mean, it'd be a lot, but it wouldn't be like the plays that you have for the top 3 now anyway.
No. I'm just trying to look through it like times we've all had songs in there.
So, like, basically, it's one that we all agree on. Like, it would be a playlist that we all vibe with, because every song has been in our top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, sometimes it'll have that thing of, well, this album was shit and it had one good song, so we all had that song in our top 3.
Oh, there'd be a lot of metal picks on there.
Yeah, because, like, sometimes in the metal albums, the second and third pick were also just chod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that you done now, Joe?
Yeah, that's me. Good album. Woo.
Perfect. Thought this album was...
Wait, before you start, sorry. Joe, did you think there was anything bad about the album? Just for... You've literally only said good things.
I'd say the vastness of it, the vastness, that doesn't make sense. The depth thing that you said, I would agree with that.
To Joe, this album's a 9.
Literally, this is what I'm wondering. I'm trying to gauge what he's going to give this, because...
Well, it's got to be a 9. According to
It's probably
Denver
gonna be
and
like a
Joe's...
7.
I can reveal
According
that
to
it is
Denver and
not a
Joe's
9.
ratings,
It is
this
not
is
a 9.
a near perfect album and it has to be a 9.
It's not a 9.
What do you mean it's not a 9?
I'm telling you, it's not a 9.
Blasphemy.
Do you think it could be a 30? Have you rated it 7.5?
What was that laugh?
That was me revenge laughing.
Angry laughing.
Yeah, sorry, David, carry on.
Paul Walker. About 350 shots were fake.
Oh, okay.
Out of how
But
many
it doesn't
shots?
give me a
I mean,
percentage.
surely
because
all
when I
the
was-
shots were fake because, like, they were blank firing guns.
when they didn't say like roughly because in interviews, people are like, we don't want to say how many shots are real because we don't want people to watch it thinking, is that one real?
That's surely what everyone did anyway.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't. Every
It was
time
done
I
pretty well.
saw...
There was only a few times you're like, oh yeah, you can tell it's fake. But it was crazy, like I was just reading into it, of like how the effects studio didn't really have any reference footage. Because, so they had to reuse like all his voice lines, virtually throughout the whole film, obviously where he's fake, are things he said in other films.
Yeah.
That they cropped in.
Hello, Dom. I like the
Dominic
idea
Toretto!
There'd be like a moment where it's like a really intense bit or something. I'm like, no, like it's just a normal family dinner, but then one word is just like violently. It's just like, could you pass the potato salad, please, Maria? You know what I mean?
That fucking got me so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
What's your second favourite?
Yeah, so this album was surprisingly short, considering it felt like it was 3 hours long.
Oof.
It really seems to just go on. I think it's because the first 3 songs, I don't know, had something about them. But past that, it was just la, 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 la.
Whoa, is that Icarus account? Are they here?
La, la. Like every song was just like that.
So what? Prick?
Which just meant it felt like it was going on forever. Very samey, very simple. The hooks were incredibly blunt. Almost it's as if someone had got a hook and straightened it out to make it a point, but then a point would be too sharp, so they blunted that, so it was more of just a pokey stick.
Oh, that was a terrible analogy. Thank you, though.
No problem. So yeah, it felt long. Lots of laughs. Very soft. Very soft music. Nothing ever like...
Yeah, like a hook that's been
like
straightened
a
out.
pokey stick. Exactly. But then someone had put one of those red nose things on the end to make it extra soft.
Yeah. And then they played like pool with it.
It's like a knee, but if you peel off the knee bit,
right,
and it's just
and
a
then
tissue underneath,
and then you put gears there.
And then you put the red nose in it.
So, then you have knee gears.
Oh, for God's sake.
Knee gears, yes.
Top 10 words rhyming with bigger.
Vinegar.
Digger.
You see, I saw a thing where this comedian was doing a thing where he was getting the audience to finish off words for him. And he went, salt and vin, and the whole crowd said the rest of it. He's like, I got you all! You're all racist! Get out! And he gets like really angry at them. It's funny. Anyway, sidetrack. So, yeah, I felt lots of soppy songs that I was just like,
sloppy.
Meh. Soppy.
Yeah, I know, but I added an L.
Ah, nice.
Have you guys ever tried? Have you guys ever tried saying burgundy sauce and turning it backwards?
No,
burgundy sauce.
Don't
backwards.
say it backwards.
Say burgundy boys. You got to say it backwards.
Icarus account.
How would I say that backwards?
Well, you just film
With
yourself
an app,
doing it,
of course.
and then
let's not do
reverse
that.
it.
I'm pretty sure that's like a racist thing.
It is. It says the N word.
He says the N word.
What the hell
I
does
wonder
that
how
say
someone
at the end?
discovered that. I saw a thing like that on TikTok.
That's where I saw it too.
It's probably just people that were just high as fuck. Just sat there going, what happens if we reverse anything?
Maybe we can unlock the secrets to life.
If you
who
listen
thinks
to
of
the
saying
Beatles
burgundy
album,
sauce?
if you listen to the Beatles album backwards, you can hear him clearly say, John is dead in Yellow Submarine.
Summon Satan.
Yeah, like
Hell is
listen closely, and it would always be like, there it is. Did you hear it?
If you listen closely and blast at full volume, you'll be deaf forever.
Have you seen those?
Did you know, right? If you took a line all the way down the earth and split it in half, you'd go to prison.
You would be dead.
I don't even know why it's funny, but it is.
Did you know if you could theoretically land on the sun,
You die.
But it's like one thing that's just quite funny about that is you would die quicker from like I read a thing about you'd die probably quicker from being crushed from the gravity rather than the heat.
I would think oxygen asphyxiation would probably get you first.
No, but your brain wouldn't die from that. But your
I
brain would
argue
just
it does
squishing.
die from that. Lack of
Sometimes.
oxygen in the blood is something that can, like, it makes you pass out and then you die.
Well, that's the thing with space, isn't it? Your blood actually boils.
Technically, you never die until your heart stops.
But your brain is your body. Like, if your heart keeps pumping, but it's just on a machine, are you still alive?
Yeah, oh yeah, you are still living, just a very horrible existence.
No. Like, you have no head. Just your heart has been removed from your body and is now part of a circuit pumping.
Right.
Is that you?
Well, is your brain still functional?
No.
The heart feels.
Is the
bro.
heart still keeping the brain alive?
No. The heart has been taken out and it's now in a robot.
No.
Okay, well, it's not you then.
No.
Well, that's not the point. You're dead because your heart has stopped.
Your brain is you.
No, but the heart is still going in something else.
Yeah, but it isn't. Because
It
the
is.
moment that it's been removed from your brain, it has stopped.
Yeah, so the brain is the key.
No, but the heart is. Because if the heart wasn't going, the brain would stop.
Can't have one without the other.
You
Right.
can.
Well, no, but you can.
You can have a brain without a heart.
It just wouldn't work.
So
No,
you
you could,
can't.
because you just need a pump.
Pump of what?
I bet they can come up with a replacement for
They
a
literally can't. There's a massive psychology study about them like severing monkeys' brains and putting them onto other monkeys. Full head replacements.
Yeah, but I think the problem there is the moving of the brain, not the heart.
But there's like you
I
can't.
bet,
really...
I bet they could make a robot heart quicker than they could make a brain for someone.
No, definitely. But every time you die, it's because the heart stops.
I don't know, being squished by a truck is probably also another way to go.
I was going to
Yeah,
say.
but technically
so
you don't
you're
die
saying-
until
you're
your
s-
heart stops.
No, right. So you're saying to me,
Yeah.
if a meteorite came out the sky while I was
Yeah.
laying down in bed
You'd go to prison, yes.
and crushed my face,
Yeah.
like gone,
Yeah.
I'm not dead until my heart stops.
Yes, because your heart will still be pumping. And then it'd
Yeah,
stop.
but if your brain is gone,
Yeah,
it
but-
doesn't matter if your heart's still
Yeah,
pumping.
yeah, exactly. I'm dead.
That's not true. People speak without brains all the time. Just listen to you two.
No, for God's sake.
Got it.
Bamboozled. It's a long con.
We got him, boys.
Where was I with this? My least favourite is that scene where Paul Walker had his face replaced.
Didn't like that scene.
Didn't like that scene. The baby scene just looked a bit off to me. He just seemed disconnected from the child.
Was that Dance With Me?
Dad, you look different. You are my son.
Get in the car, Dom! Family! Yeah, my least favourite was Year One because it was really soppy and boring. Ugh.
You like
Go
soppy
away.
usually.
You what?
You like soppy usually.
You listen to Taylor Swift.
I love son.
Taylor Swift fucking bangs. I don't care what you say.
Yes, she does. Her way through Hollywood. Am I right, guys?
Oh,
She's had a few
good.
boyfriends.
What
right.
a whore.
Shaming.
No, I'm not.
She is an angel.
An angel full of
Back
cum.
in the days, I don't really listen to her new music, but Fearless, what an album!
Well, didn't they just remake one of her?
Yeah,
old
I know, and I listen to it again, and I still love it.
You know, obviously that's the culture with games and movies and stuff at the moment. Do you reckon they're going to start doing that with albums? Like
Well, she's
remaking?
doing it because it's
because
to do
she
with the
didn't
rights,
own
isn't
the
it?
rights to any of
Yeah.
her songs. Yes.
I'm surprised. Like, how does that then not like? Why can't she just get sued the shit out of?
Because I think isn't she changing it ever so slightly in every single one?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
but it sounds almost the same. I mean, it's obviously rewritten, but like the melodies, it's not like when someone goes like, "Oh, here's a copyright-free version of this song," and it's clearly different.
I don't know. I don't know how.
I wonder because every song says Taylor Swift edition on it, so I'm wondering if there's like
Is it a
she's got a
parody
legal
album?
team. I wonder if she's like got a legal team on it. It's like, hang on, there's a loophole here. If we call it this, they can't sue the shit out of you.
That is so smart. Do a cover album, but you're covering your own songs.
Ah.
I'm sorry, is this the Taylor Swift album review? No. Nobody cares.
All right.
Let's
Wow.
move on.
Oh,
So the Icarus account, my third favourite
It's 22
not
by Taylor
actually-
Swift. Oh.
was not actually When You Feel Lonely for that instrument, but a different instrument. The instrument being the trumpet,
oh,
and my third favourite being Hallelujah.
whoa!
Because it was a nice song, and it wasn't too soppy, and the trumpet gave it a little bit of added flavour.
I would agree, but the chorus was so lacking.
Most of the choruses were
song.
lacking, so that didn't feel any different to me. The trumpet was enough to make it stand out.
Good
Because
song.
a bit like the other two, apart from Joe, who obviously didn't listen to this album properly,
Oh.
there are two clear best songs on this album.
Yeah.
My second favourite was Little Man, because it's a
Wrong way
nice,
round.
nice, catchy song, and the chorus actually felt a bit grander in that one.
Randa.
And my most favourite was Daisy, because, what a tune.
Daisy's
What
a good
a
song.
tune.
Wait, are you joking?
Yes, of course, I'm fucking
Fuck
joking.
me,
It's
I nearly
Margaritas.
was ready to slap
Because it's
you.
the only like fun song on the album, and the hook isn't so blunt on that one. Like, it actually grabs you. It actually grabs you in that song, and the music video is kind of fun. I don't know. I thought that song was nice.
Yeah.
Still, not sure if it would be on Joe's 2021 playlist.
Some songs are going on my 2021 playlist.
Oh, maybe. Oh.
But I don't think I would add any of these. Maybe Margaritas. I did think that was quite fun.
I'd have to
Oh, I did think that was an enjoyable song.
But the rest of the album was just... I don't know, I quite disliked it because it just... I had no connect... I thought it was just noise.
You can say boring.
Yeah, it was boring.
You can say gay.
No,
You can say
soppy.
brothers kissing.
It just... the songs lacked any grabbing features. They just existed to me. Apart from Margaritas and Little Man, and even then, they only really stood out on like the final listen. After that, most of the time when I listened to this in the car or when I was getting ready for work, I just had the headphones on. I'm like, nothing's grabbing me. I'm like, oh, I want to listen to that again. It was just, I wanted the album to be over. Hence why it just felt so long. Like I would do my whole morning routine, and the album would still be going. And I'd be like, fucking hell, how long is this album? And then it's only 40 minutes long, and it's not even that because I never listened to Fever Acoustic, so it's more like 37, 36
Fever
minutes long.
Acoustic's really good though.
It's because you put on the album, you're like, oh, it's quite nice. And then you just... Every other song is so forgettable. You're like, oh. Sorry.
Yeah, it starts off okay. Like I say, the first three were my favourites.
Yeah.
And then after that... and I always thought Fever was going to be a big one because it had an acoustic version. Usually on albums, when they have an acoustic version of a song, it's usually because that song's like their best song on that album or something, you know? Like they made like an alternate
Unfortunately
version to like flavour it up. But I didn't think anything to Fever.
No.
Apart from that one had a bit more electronic kind of feel to it, but it still was shit.
know,
So
In that sense, it sounds like you guys have listened to this album wrong.
No.
Shut up, Joe.
no. Ratings.
6.
4.5.
8.5.
Jesus fucking
Fuck
Christ.
me, nearly a 9. 3.5. Scores 22.5.
That's fair enough.
Aiden, I would like to question your rating.
Yeah, go on. Question my rating.
Why you got... Oh, I don't care.
You
didn't-
said bang av, but 6 is not bang
No.
av.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'd class
Bang Av
I'd
is
class
5.
anything between 4.5 and 6.5 as bang av.
Roger.
I'd argue that 6 is just on the better side.
But
which it
surely
was, because I
Bang
didn't
Av-
like any of the songs.
Surely bang out
Shut up,
means
Joe!
bang on the
What
mark.
I
Shut
love
up!
is I bet Joe gave this a 9 and lowered it to an 8.5
I-
when we called it out for
I
giving it a 9.
promise you I didn't.
He's got like the marker pen, he just like crosses
No,
it out and then just
I-
writes 8.5.
I can't believe you gave it an 8.5.
That is
worth
very
it.
big.
Hi.
It's worth it. It's good. I liked it.
Fair enough.
Whatever makes you happy, mate.
I respect that, you know.
I'm trying to look. The last time I gave an 8.5 was my favourite album of last year.
9/11 Simulator.
That's I never gave
Machine
it a
Gun
9.
Kelly, who, by the way, has a new song with Kellen Quinn.
Who does,
Interesting.
sorry?
Machine Gun Kelly.
He's broken up with Thingy, isn't he?
Was he?
Halsey?
Yeah. No, the
Megan
one who was like, I
Fox.
found the one.
Megan
And obviously,
Fox.
no, I don't think they were together even a year.
What was that song with the aliens in it?
Barracuda or something.
Kevin and Barracuda or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, but
What
him
a banger.
and Kellen Quinn have got a new song out. It's quite good.
I'll give it a listen.
Kellen Quinn sounds very good at it, especially compared to Machine Gun Kelly.
I don't know, maybe they haven't broken up. I thought I heard they broke up.
What the fuck is it? What? Is it?
Called Love Race.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Thank you. What's the next album, Denver?
The next album is hang on, which way do we do it? It's The Home Team, Better Off.
The Home Team.
Is this the band that don't exist anymore?
They do exist. I found out they got music coming out this year.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Is this that pop punk band?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited now because I listened to them briefly.
Yeah, I also, well, I was nearly right, going to make a theme. I was like, dead bands that don't make music anymore. But then on their, like, info thing, it says, like, new music coming 2021. I'm like, oh, shit, they're not dead.
These are even smaller than the Icarus account.
Yeah.
Only slightly.
Only slightly, but they
I don't know. The main guy in Icarus' account is huge.
Big, chunky boy.
He's the equivalent to
Fucking
three
is
of these members.
massive. I'll tell you what, maybe that should be my goal. If I can ever look like him, I'd be happy. Well, I wouldn't be happy, but that's not the point.
You could look like him.
I'd be happier.
You could easily
With
look like
you.
him.
Do you
Like you
guys
said,
ever
take a
think
look
when a
at
band says, oh yeah, on this record, it's a bit pretentious, rather than just say an album?
No, because record is what they say in America.
Is it just what they say in America?
Also,
Yeah.
they class it as
What
a
about,
record label.
what about when English people say them?
Well, doesn't really
I don't
matter.
know. I've never seen
Literally,
any.
it's not
To
something
be honest, I
I even
don't watch
debate.
music reviews of like people doing stuff like that, where they sit in a conference and they go, "I think on this record, I really like this one." Also, like
I literally
people
don't
at my
care.
work that are older
And they
people,
still-
they go, "Oh, this is a classic record," and I'm just like,
Yeah, it's this thing they say. It's like, hottest record on Radio 1 is like a thing.
It's just
Like
not
Annie Mac's
very
hottest
modern, is
record.
it? You'd think the word album would be said more now.
I don't know. Albums are considered older. I think. Like, I don't know.
Really?
There was a lot of things.
Well,
like
I feel
people
like
albums are like
debating whether
considered
albums.
CDs. And
I feel
nobody
like
listens
we're
to CDs.
walking waist high into something we know nothing about.
Isn't that the whole point of this fucking podcast?
Yeah, but sometimes we make smart things.
I'm trying to think of one. But
Yeah, like
No,
when
I
we-
have nothing
Yeah,
smart, no.
I just unfortunately.
Joe,
Any closing thoughts, Joe?
Did you know that there used to be volcanoes on the moon?